Good morning, guys, and welcome back. We're going to start this day with a major headache. Majority of the car is kind of put together and it's ready to go. That's not even true. The only thing we're having a problem with right now is the door handles. Right now, the exterior door handles are just being the biggest pain, and trying to figure out exactly how we're going to go about getting these things off is a mystery right now. So we're doing our research and we're heckling and failing with it, and just I feel like it's gonna take all morning. Our extra hand is on his way to come help us out, but as of right now, the Subi is nice. I'm very frustrated with this process and how it's going. So I have majority of one handle off, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the last of it. When I finally get that part figured out, then I'll be able to kind of do the rest in a snap. I have about 45 minutes before everybody gets here, so trying to figure out how we're gonna go about and doing it. So just get to work, I guess. Okay, so since we're struggling with that, my buddy Vitaly is going to come over. He's going to try and see if we can figure out the whole door handle situation, which admittedly might be a serious issue. Talking to my helping hand, and if you guys are wondering why I'm not saying his name, is because he would prefer not to be on camera and not for us to say who he is. But he's a really good guy. I just want to respect his wishes and kind of do the right thing. He's been a huge help, so if you're all watching this, dude, really, dude, I appreciate everything you're doing to help me get this car ready. But in the meantime, I got new bezels for my front headlights. Sorry, for my front bumper. Oh, am I messing that up already? Anyways, so I'm taking out the bezels and I'm probably gonna replace them with the new ones that I got. I got some from Amazon, which are pretty kind of cheapish versus like Subi Speed or something like that. Super expensive. You guys know where I'm talking about if you guys go to Subi Speed. Really good products, but prices are a little bit higher, but it's good quality. I'm not gonna take it away from them. I decided to go the cheap route because it looked like it was gonna be the same stuff. I already took off the front bumper. Front bumper is pretty easy. It's just a shit ton of clips you have to take off. Little pop clips and like maybe 10 screws. It's not very hard. Here's the bezel. I already took one off, and Lily's gonna show you how to take off the other one. Basically right now what we're looking at is the back of the bumper. Hopefully you guys can see with the lighting. So, yeah, I don't know why the lighting was that bad. So basically, what we're gonna do, I'll just set this down. We're looking at the back of the bumper, and this is the back of the bezel on the side. Just like, basically I just have all these little clips. So I'm just gonna kind of push forward, push down. Yeah. Little holes here. Push those in and down so that they release. It's really easy, guys. If you guys are trying to take off the bezels with them on the car, there is access to do them. I think Subi Speed has a video for it, but it's also kind of still a pain in the ass to get them off. I'm just gonna pop these out, and I'm doing this one-handed, so I mean, it should show how easy it is to pop them out. I'm pretty sure I can probably just grab it from the outside. If there's any clips that are holding, I can just push them in. You don't even need a screwdriver, to be honest. There. I don't know why this one was being finicky. There you go. Let's pull it out. I have open bezel. These are the stock ones. Mine just has basically a hole for my turn signal, and then I'm filling because I have a base model WRX, so, you know, keep it simple. Let's get the new ones. I haven't even opened it. I should say a lot. It actually comes with the wiring harness and everything. Oh, dude, that's sick. Oh, it's Chinese? Alright, that's not good. These are the new bezels. Alright, so we can at least have the bezels on, and then kind of go from there. At least those will be prepped and ready. Scratch that. Still need to wrap the front, and looking at this, I'm probably just gonna have a shop do it, even though I kind of like to do everything do it yourself, but this is electrical, and I don't feel like installing a switch into my main cab of the car and going, no. Nope, not a wiring fan. I need a wiring friend, but I don't have one, so no, not doing that. Hell no. So I'm gonna find a shop some other day. But it's kind of cool to see what they are and what to expect. Okay, good news. Someone over here is a genius and points out my stupidity. I guess everybody's stupidity since we couldn't figure it out. Jackass, yeah. No, I'm smiling because we finally figured it out. But as far as the 2015 to, I guess 18 now, hopefully I'm right on that. This is the 2016 that we're working on. Removing the exterior door handles. Everybody's been asking this online and there's no video for it. So this will be kind of something to show you guys how to remove that exterior door handle. And this is for all of them. Granted, if you guys know how to do it, it's really simple, so it seems really stupid. Hopefully this kind of helps you since there is literally no video out there on YouTube on how to remove these door handles. Okay, to fully kind of dive into this, what you're gonna need, you need a 30 torque bit right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Come on. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyways, 30 torque bit, some sort of lever to kind of pull off the panel, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips. I'm using a drill because it's faster, but you won't need one. Any screwdriver would be fine, but Phillips flathead, torque bit, and basically one of these levers. I'm blanking on the name for some reason. What we're gonna do is, hopefully you guys can see here, hopefully it's bright enough. Yeah, it should be. So basically, on these doors, you just gotta take off the door panels here. And inside the actual door handle where this handle is, there's a little tab you pull out, and then there's a screw. And it's gonna be a 30-bit torque screw. And so you unscrew that. And then also, actually it'd probably be a Phillips. And then also in the door handle, there's a little tab here that flips up and down. And you'll be able to take that out. That will release this part. Now, in order to pull it out, these have tabs, and just so you guys aren't scared shitless on how to pull these things out, there's all these little tabs here. So there's one right there, and there's a ton on the back side, one right there. So they're basically just little tabs. So you basically get like something along the lines of this, something to pull back, maybe even a screwdriver. This would be more profound, that way you're not scratching up your paint. Just get a little hand underneath here and pull firmly and straight out. It's gonna make a loud crack like something broke, but don't worry, that's just it releasing. You might have a couple pins drop, but they're not gonna break, they'll be okay. Go all the way up and around here on the outer end of the door, and then also on the bottom end to the inside where the plastic begins. Anywhere where there's rubber, kind of leave it alone. That way you're not ripping that off. You can pull it off, and then as soon as that's released, you basically can grab it from right here and just lift up, and it'll come out of its little socket where it hangs onto. Once you do that, sorry for this nastiness because I already pulled this off and it's been sitting here. So basically, you're gonna pull it off and it's gonna look like that. It's gonna be covered up. This is gonna be all detached since it's no longer in the door handle here. You have 3 clips. You can choose to take them out or choose not to. For the driver's side, there's 3 clips. For the passenger side, there's only 2. You can undo those clips and that will completely free this door panel. I'm just kind of letting it hang because I don't really care much because you can still access everything. Next, you're gonna have to pull back this wrapping, so just suck it up. You can keep all the stickiness on the plastic if you like, and then you can put it back to make a seal. Inside here is, let's see if I can zoom in, look inside the hole here. You can see this bezel. Now the handle's already off, but it's basically gonna be blocked. And you're gonna see this yellow tab right here. So this yellow tab is basically a locking mechanism, so it's gonna be locked in like this. When you open it, it's gonna look like that. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna grab the top and bottom and pull directly out to unlock it. Make sure the door handle's pulled in. That will release the actual inside of the door handle from the outside. Then there's also gonna be a 30 big torch screw that goes in right there. There's a little, you see right there. There's gonna be one right there. Unscrew that. And that's basically what you're gonna do on the inside. Now, another beautiful thing you're gonna have to do, I'm gonna put this back up together because you're not even gonna have to worry about it because everything's gonna be unlocked, undone, and good to go. I'm just gonna set that there. So on the side, you're gonna find one of these. There you go. So you see that? It's gonna be this little plastic tab. It's gonna be on the inner side of the door. So this is your full door. I'm trying to make it as description as possible for you guys. And then let me turn on the light so you guys can see. So it's gonna be sticking out like right here. It's gonna look like that on the inside of the door. Basically where you open it. There's a latch, there's that. You're gonna pop that out. When you pop that out, what's up?
I was wondering who you were talking to.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. What are you over here making fun of me for?
I was like, who else is he here that you're talking to?
No, it's just for everybody else to see. Because nobody has a video for this goddamn door handle. Inside is going to be another 30-bit Torx screw. Right in there. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Yeah, right there. So you guys see it now. You're gonna unscrew that, and that's gonna make this end piece basically come off. That end piece is this. So be able to see that. So that will just come right off. As soon as that's free, the door handle will just come out freely. So you're pretty much good to go. And this is for a 2016 Subaru WRX. Should be good for the STIs as well, since they're the same goddamn thing. Just different engine. Hopefully this helps you guys. I have to get this off anyway since we're doing this side.
I'm interrupting. Hi.
Hi.
He said there's clips.
I found it, but no, there's no clips. Seth is wrong. We figured it out. I didn't find out. I gave him a huge hug. Go give him a hug. Because he just saved this wrap. What do you mean number 5? What are you doing?
There's the WRX wagon. That's always.
I don't. PDA. Okay, someone get her off of me.
That's your fault.
Domingo, get her off.
What am I supposed to do?
Help, just, I don't know, be girly and take her away to go do girly things.
I don't know girly stuff.
Yeah, you do.
What?
Go,
What is girly stuff?
go to take her shopping. Okay, back on track. I got thrown off. So we're gonna undo the covers basically to get to the Phillips screws that are actually in the door. So let me see if I can find it for you. So we're gonna reach in here, and there's a little area where you can pop out this little area, and it's a little hideaway. And inside, there's gonna be the little screws that I was talking about. You're gonna just basically get your regular Phillips screwdriver and unscrew it. It should even probably stick with it because it has a little bit of adhesive on it. Save this somewhere safe. Next one is going to be inside that little hand grip here for any of the seats. And you'll lift up on, it's a little square tab you'll see in there. You just pop it up, and it has a little thing to hold on to it, and then you'll immediately see the screw. As soon as you see that screw, you are good to go. And there you go. Pull out another one. There's only 2, so don't worry if worrying about there's anything else. If it doesn't feel like you can pop it off or get this panel off, there's only 2 of them. So next, you're gonna want to get your regular hand tool here. So basically I'm gonna reach behind this door here and get behind the trim. That's kind of the easiest point, is right by the door handle, the door hinge where it locks, and just give yourself some space. I kind of run it all the way down. Nothing's gonna pop when you do this. And I start at the bottom, and it's a little bit of a pain. Try not to smash your fingers. When you do that and get your fingers underneath, it's going to take a little bit of strength. You're going to pull outwards towards you until you hear the pop, and it's going to sound like stuff's breaking, so just don't worry about it, it's normal. See, I'm emphasizing that you're going to have to give it some muscle. Get it off. There we go. Okay, there we go. Those are off. Couple clips fall, that's normal. You just gotta find where they fell and put them back. It's no big deal. 90% chance they're not gonna be broken. In fact, I think I have 2. Nope, just 1. So they look like this, little white studs. I reach on the other side as soon as you get that plastic cover up. Now, I don't know how best to explain this, but when you pull off the cover, you're gonna have seals that go around it, and the plastic cover is gonna be basically tucked behind it. You better pull it off. Again, it's gonna sound like something's breaking. Now, if you're pulling and pulling and trying to figure out where there's clips up here, there's no clips on the top. From up here, it's gonna lift straight up, and it'll come undone. One thing I left in the beginning, I forgot about this, and now you're gonna find out anyways. But let's see if I can actually show you guys. On the inside here, this actually holds the place of the actual door handle for the interior. You have 2 screws there. You can just take them out, which I'm gonna do, and then as soon as this is gonna fall right off, you can just screw the screws back into the actual door and let this hang. And I'll show you that now if I can. That's gonna take that right off. Be careful, your little cover piece that you originally used sometimes comes out, so just slide it back in its little area, the little tag that holds it in. You can even close it up again if you want, that way it stays in there. But I've noticed that that's kind of a pain in the ass. And I'm just screwing back in hand tight into the door, which would hold this piece into the door. That way you don't lose them and you know exactly where they go. So I'm gonna kind of drop this out of the way. Next that I'm kind of want to show you guys, and don't be afraid, I know this is the stock kind of adhesive that holds this plastic on. You're gonna have to take it off anyways in order to get to the door handles. Typically it sticks to the plastic, which is good. That way you can just reapply it. The rear door is gonna be a little bit different than the front door, which is just gonna have more wires in the way, which is fine, it's just annoying. Next is going to be the torque screw and the locking mechanism for the actual door handle. Alright, so you see these yellow tabs here. You're gonna have a pillar in the way, which is basically gonna be going to holding the back window in, but you're gonna have to reach in there with both hands. Release that yellow, there you go, so it pops right out. So this yellow thing, it kind of swings back and forth. That holds in the front of the handle closest to the engine. I'm trying to explain this as thoroughly as possible. So just gonna reach in there, you're gonna pull it out towards you in this motion. And then there's also a torque screw. See if I can get light in there. That's better. Okay, so yeah, that was the piece that we just did, that yellow piece. And then that torque screw we're gonna undo. As soon as that's done, you're basically done working on the inside of the panel, and that will release everything. And there we go. I'm gonna cover this back up a little bit, make it look all pretty, and then let it hang. So that way you can actually open and close the door for the most part and get around it. It just hangs there. Don't forget to put these back when you need to. So I thought I fucked up at first, but I guess not. Oh, okay. So if you guys can see inside there, see that torque screw straight ahead? So that will release the back doors, I guess little piece that holds the whole handle in. But in order to do that, there's not a little pop clip for the rear doors like before. It's, you actually have to undo the entire assembly for the door latch for the rear, push it out of the way, and then you can access that torque bit, and then you're good to go for the rear doors. For the front doors, it's just that piece you undo, and then you can unscrew it. So that's basically it. Now we unscrew that, and then we'll see it pull right off. So the whole crew is showing up. I'm gonna fill myself up with a monster just because I feel like that's every vlogger's go-to. Basically, we were able to get the door handles off after much help and investigation and taking everything apart. And he's got the
Red Bull.
Yeah, so we're all energized. At least in a second we will. The whole crew ended up showing up here, and they're moving couches and shit, because I guess that's what you do at an Asian guy's house. You just move couches randomly. We're actually moving on, we're wrapping. Cheers. Tastes like fresca. I'm not doing a very good job with like vlogging or anything like that, just because we are constantly running into issues and then we have to tackle it instead of having a camera in your hands. So that's always been kind of an issue, but at least this side will be done here in a couple minutes. Oh, and also Brandon is here, the man of the hour. He's going to be actually doing the release film of this car as soon as we're done. Of course, right now he's just black and white for you guys, but he doesn't even like being on camera. He's normally the one There it is, there. He's shy. He's so shy. Keep you updated. Honestly, it's a boring process. It's normal wrapping. I throw in some B-roll of us kind of putting everything on there, but it's just putting this thing on, and as soon as we get the wrap done, we can put everything back together, and then this actually look like a show car instead of what I had it before, which is just not acceptable. It's not cool. So it's been a lot, like hours have gone by, and we've like been able to figure out certain things. It's already nighttime. I closed the garage because it's just so cold out right now. I got a heater blowing and it's nice and cozy inside right now. So, so far we have like totally pretty much finished all the hard stuff. Everything's been hard because it's the first time for me. My help, he went on to do some errands because it's a Saturday and people have a life. He can't just dedicate himself only to me. So he's gonna be back tonight to help wrap the rest of the car. It's really hard to just do one person. So I'm gonna do like the small stuff that I don't need a hand for, and then kind of move on from there.